In this video, we're going to look at an example of computing an integral using integration by parts. So we're being asked to evaluate the integral of y e to the 0.2y dy. So notice that we can't use a simple u substitution here because the most obvious case for a u substitution would be to let u equal your exponent, but then your du would just be a 0.2, and I wouldn't have anything to take care of the y. And using, say, the u substitution to solve for y in terms of u will give me an integral that looks a lot like what I started with. You just end up with a u e to the u du, which is not exceptionally helpful. So we've got a product of two functions here, so integration by parts is our next obvious choice for trying to do an integral. So again, when we do integration by parts, we want to try to let u equal something that's going to get simpler when I differentiate it. So in this case, of the two pieces, y and e to the 0.2y, certainly y gets simpler when I differentiate it. So we'll let u equal to y, and that makes du equal to dy at that point. So then our dv piece will be e to the 0.2y dy, everything else that's left in there. When we take the antiderivative here, well, e to a power, its antiderivative is just e to that power. Since we've got a 0.2 times the y, I got to adjust for that by putting a 1 over 0.2 out in front. That's 1 over 2/10, or 1 over a fifth, which simplifies to 5. So we get our v is equal to 5 e to the 0.2y. So now applying our integration by parts formula, the integral of y e to the 0.2y dy is equal to u times v, so we get 5y e to the 0.2y, minus the integral of v du, so we get 5 e to the 0.2y dy. When we multiply those together, we can pull the 5 out in front of the integral. This now is a fairly straightforward antiderivative. We already took it, as a matter of fact. That's how we got from dv to v. That antiderivative is 5e to the 0.2y. We still have that extra 5 out in front for being out in front of the integral. And then if we simplify here, we'll get a 5y to the minus 0.2y minus 25e to the 0.2y plus c for our final answer.